My retina behind my eye right now, behind both my eyes, are shriveled more. They're not just layers of the skin, they're just shriveled.
It's not easy at any age to play in an orchestra. But for Maycie Vorreiter, age 11, and born blind, the task is even more challenging. For starters, she can't see the conductor, so she has no visual reference for keeping time. And although she's literate in Braille, she can't read music, so she must learn all her parts by ear. But for Macy, it's all worth it, as long as she gets those few concerts a year before an appreciative audience.
Well, at the concerts, it's like, whoa. Because the concerts are like really, really better than any of the rehearsals. When I first met him, he shook my hand. He said he got like a bigger hand. He's like, "Hi, I'm Bob Williams." I'm like, "Hi." Really? I was like about, what was I, 8, 9? No, I was 8, I think, at the time.
And I just remember walking in, and Macy was pretty scared. And I remember one of the first things that he said, Mr. Williams, was, "Wow, it's a pretty tiny violin." It was like a eighth size. It was pretty small, and so it doesn't have the best sound. But he asked Macy to play a few. I can't remember exactly, a few lines or.
I think it was like. That's what it was.
It took her a little bit of time to understand that I was up there conducting. And I think now that she's kind of used to me, she knows what I like in the way of sound, and when I make a pause, she knows when we're going to come back in. She can feel the music. And maybe in the beginning my attitude was, yeah, I'm going to give her a chance, without a lot of high hopes. But she's one of the strongest players I've got in that section. And she's a valuable sound, a valuable entity to have in that orchestra.
She's really good. So when you look back and you're like, oh my gosh, she's blind, you're kind of like, oh my gosh, how does she do that? You know, it's I think it's really amazing that her dad helps her a lot. Like, he helps her, like, she has to memorize all that. I think that's really cool, the way she does that. I mean, we all like look at the music and we have to read it, and she has to memorize it, and that's really amazing.
2 notes at one time.
F natural and B flat.
Good girl. And what about
F sharp and D.
Oh gosh. And what's this?
F sharp.
But what about her that is different is that there's an innocence to her. There's an innocence to everything she does. Everything's done with, if you want, for lack of a better phrase, with new eyes. Everything's new. Every time she feels something, she has this aha moment. She's not jaded, you know. She's not playing computer games. She's not seeing little men blow up on the screen with blood. She's not, you know. In some ways, she's like an encapsulated part of our past, of what kids may have been more like, you know, 100 years ago, when they were a little more naive for a little longer. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. She's fascinating that way.
The dream that I had, this was really interesting. I dreamt that I was flying through the air, and there was absolutely no sound at all. There was no birds or cars. And I was just like flying face downward with my face in the air. And I was flying.